Yeah, it's that time again. So, today's a sunny day, also very windy, and it rained not that long ago, which reminds me of when I used to be allowed to go out on my BMX after the rain. I wasn't allowed to ride my bike in the rain because the tyres would get dirty and it'd make the carpet dirty and the kitchen floor dirty because we only lived in a terraced house. So I think the cycling games are in here. Actually, they don't appear to be. See, I've got two of these cards for the SD to IEC. The other one was in a box of tapes. Yes, cassette tapes. Yeah, weird. Had loads of pictures on there. There we go, there's cycling. And most of these games should really be played as, two-player games. I wonder if Kickstart is actually Anyway, which brings me on nicely to the fact, I'm sorry, I checked the sold prices for the 6128s, and I could have got a 6128 with games and a colour monitor for only £7 more than I offered him for a 6128 with yellowed keys, no power supply, no SCART cable kit, and no guarantee that the 20 or so 3-inch discs, which may or may not have games on them, actually load. I'm pretty sure I played this with my mate Eddie's. Now we can zoom in a bit here. There's some growling going on there behind the curtains. I don't know what's going on there. Breakfast of Zeros, Coke Zero, thank you. They don't usually fight. Maybe she was between the curtain and the lining of the curtain, and the other one didn't know who was in there. Although I thought they would be able to smell each other. So yeah, like I was saying, I think I used to play this two players with my mate Eddie's, who was also my second cousin, I think. I'll have to ask my mum about that. But anyway, he had a C64 when I had a C64. He got a VIC-20 just after I got a VIC-20. Unfortunately, his didn't blow up and mine did. So I'm going to play a normal game, which is really going to highlight the problem with these games, that they should be played at least half the time as a two-player game. David Whittaker soundtrack, of course. The graphics of the riders on the title page are really nice, actually. Imagine if you could have a game with graphics even half that size and that good. So yeah, this is basically, it's kind of like a Super Sprint rip-off. It's much better than Super Sprint, which was 10 quid on the C64, and this is a problem you'll find with arcade conversions on the C64. They seem to get worse, and some of them were shit to begin with. Something like Super Sprint the way they released it, you could write it in Laser Basic, definitely compiled Laser Basic, and do a better job actually. That's the weird thing. But yeah, so you can have action replays, which is awesome. And you can have slow motion. If you hold down the S key, it's brilliant. These are the sort of things that should be added to an arcade conversion. Never mind doing a shit straight conversion anyway, based on the technical abilities of the host computer. I'm going to have to check out Super Sprint on the Amstrad actually. Oh yeah, and yeah, fuck it up. I'm going to do some Amstrad videos. You know why? Because I want to play some of those Amstrad games. Turns out to be quite complex to get a Amstrad emulator cassette image as to a sound file that I can then easily transfer to my Sony Walkman MP3 player and you know, cassette adapter combo, which I hope works. Now of course the 6128 obviously has a cassette input port, as does the 664, but you know, I'll just use my modulator and my 464 and my MP3 player, and I'll spend 120 quid on something else, mate. That's how it is. Like I said, I don't expect, you know, Amstrad lovers, people who really have love for the Amstrad, to watch my channel, because I didn't have an Amstrad, and so most of my videos are of the systems that I do have. The Atari ST, you can write you know, unprotected emulator disk images back to real disks and use them on a real Atari, so that's great. Preferably a double-sided disk drive, so my original 520 ST, I only got the, I think I've only got the 1/2 meg disk drive, although I have got two of them, one boxed and one unboxed. Neither of them are my original Atari ST. I even have a 260 ST, which I might do a video on one day. But not on this channel. I think I have to create a new channel, basically. And that's basically it. Most of the people who have ever subscribed to my channel, you know, want just straight gameplay footage taken from an emulator, and that's fine as far as YouTube compression goes, and you know, the quality of digital cameras ability to record a CRT screen. That's probably the best way to see something. And then, you know, if you want to, you can try it on a real CRT and the graphics will look even better. Unless your C64 or CRT is fucked. But, oh, damn it, you have to press space. Right, I can't, oh, here we go, computer opponent, there we go. So you have to have it in port 1. Now I have actually used up my second of my 3 zip sticks here now. So let's just start. This one's in pretty good nick actually. This one, and it's still got the suction cups on it. I think the label's come off, or it could be another price label. Okay, something weird going on here. Right, I'm sure that's the one I was using yesterday because it was plugged into the machine. Okay. So it's gone for a 2-player game with possibly keyboard controls. Why can't they just check both at the same time? Oh, don't tell me now I've got it, because it'll be there we go, right. So that's what we want. One course race, and it's to start, so this should work. So let's plug the other zip stick in that I just removed, and whoops. So now it's working, so I don't know what happened there. There we go. That always made me laugh when you fall off. It's just classic when you fall off. Probably because as kids we actually had a lot of crashes and scrapes on our bikes. So when it says number of courses, it literally means how many courses do you want to play, not how many laps. Well, you have to leave that at 7. Let's go. So you hold down the fire button basically to accelerate, and you start slowing down as soon as you take your finger off the fire button. Oh, that was a risk, that was. And if you slow down too much, it takes a while to accelerate. So quite realistic there. I think I deserve a swig of cola for that, thank you. Well, I pressed the button before it started. Oh no, one crash and you're out basically. And you have to be careful when you restart. Oh no. And it kind of turns you round actually as well. Greek man start on his wedding night? Yeah, I don't know about that. The computer opponent is very good actually. I think he's lapped me, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, he did lap me. So that was a disastrous, if it was a disastrous race before, you can imagine what it is now. It's absolute failure. We didn't even get to finish the 3 laps in 50 seconds. That's terrible. Let's give that another go. So the first course is very easy. And actually the first course is very similar to Super Sprint. You know, it's only cosmetically different really. If you can get beyond the fact that you're riding bicycles, the graphics are actually quite nice, and the game engine is written quite well because it plays quite nicely with a zip stick. I don't know about a quick shot turbo. So again, he gets the, I let him go ahead here because it's a bit tricky here. Last thing I want to be doing is, oh no, so you don't want to cut the curves like Hamilton. It's very difficult to catch up on it. So if you slow down too much, you know, that's quite a tricky section. Now what I like about this, oh no, is that he crashes as well. It's not like he does perfect laps. Maybe on later courses. We barely made it in the time limit, but you don't get to play the next course. Or do you? I think at least if you make it in the 50 seconds. Oh no! It's such a pain in the arse, the accuracy of the collision detector. I wish it was a bit more generous. Now if he touches you, I don't know if you get wiped out as well. He's actually quite good on this course, look. Bloody hell. You've got to remember that it turns you facing the opposite direction. See, and the time limit gets shorter. So it's alright for a one-player game, but with a two-player game, like me and my mate Eddie's used to play, Sunday afternoons, I reckon. I used to pop down there on Sunday afternoons, I reckon. Yeah, that would have been fun.